As I said, you will just accept me as I am, but I must not fail to recognize the Vice President and Chairman of the Trade Promotion Board, Engineer Loye Kupolui. The President and Chairman Governing Board of the Nigerian Council for Registered Insurance Brokers, Mr. Rotimi Edu MNI, will join us in due course. Is not late, but is not here for a very just reason. But he will join us. Present now we have Mrs. Ekioma Ezebe, who is the Vice President of the Institute. And also we have Mrs. Laide. Mrs. Laide Osijo is the first female president of the Nigerian Council of Registered Insurance Brokers. As I said, we are pressed for time.
The president of NCRIB, Mr. Rotimi Edu, MNI, FCIB, who at this point is being deputized for by the Vice President, Ms. Ekioma Ezebe, FCIB. I must acknowledge our past president here, Barrister Mrs. Laide Osijo, with so many qualifications, ACI, LLB, BL, FCIB, 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 FCIB. Who is the first female president of NCRIB. I acknowledge also the vice president of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, who is the chair of the board in charge of this trade fair, Engineer Loye Kupolui, and members of the board who are here present. I can see the CEO of NCRIB, Tokwe Daramola, acknowledge you too. I also greet my fellow insurance brokers, CEOs who are here present, and their officers. I cannot but look at the younger ones, the students who are here. That's the future of our country tomorrow. Can you please clap for our children who are here present, all the students? On behalf of the Council and the entire membership of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, I am very pleased to welcome you all to the Nigeria Council of Registered Insurance Brokers Limited. Nigeria Council of Registered Insurance Brokers. I can see the Deputy President just come in. You are acknowledged, sir. Nigeria Council of Registered Insurance Brokers, NCRIB, special day event holding today at the Lagos International Trade Fair. Let me use the opportunity to appreciate the President and Chairman of Council, Mr. Rotimi Edu. You are the son of your father. You are indeed the son of your father. Mr. Rotimi Edu, the 21st President of Council, for the giant stride he has taken to lift the association to lofty heights. We do appreciate your purposeful, selfless, and very focused leadership of NCRIB. Our generic theme for these years, for the annual fair, is connecting businesses, creating value. This theme underscores the importance of relationships and networking among businesses for wealth creation and trade partnership. The theme also underscores and underlines the value of interactions between producers service providers, and end users. In the face of emerging climate change and the disruptions that come with it, and of course the post-pandemic global crisis, risk management and business continuity have become critical factors in enterprise sustainability and prosperity. We are in a world of growing uncertainties, threats to life, and exposure to danger in society. The insurance sector must therefore rise to the task of providing adequate and professional insurance coverage for willing holders. I therefore urge insurance companies and brokers to build capacity in handling big international deals for the oil and gas, maritime, and aviation sectors that hitherto engage foreign insurance brands for their top-rated insurance transactions. We also call on the government to patronize local insurers for their massive insurance deals henceforth. The second quarter report on Nigeria's gross domestic product, GDP, from the National Bureau of Statistics revealed that the insurance sector grew by 0.28% in quarter 2 of this year, which is 31.63% increase over the 15.68% recorded in the corresponding quarter of last year. To achieve stronger growth in the sector, more enlightenment is required to create a level of awareness among the citizens of this country and to get them educated on the benefits of insurance policies in mitigating risk and uncertainties. We therefore commend the leadership of NCRIB for taking this special day event to create the much needed awareness because International Trade Fair. This year's trade fair is specially packaged to showcase innovations in goods and services of indigenous and homegrown businesses and enterprises in Africa, thereby giving them a platform to connect with partners and investors across the world. Against the backdrop of the calibration of global supply chains as induced by the COVID-19 pandemic, there is need to invent new methods and models of ensuring against risk in business, government, and personal life. The overreaching goal of the 2022 International Trade Fair is to create value by supporting the marketing aspirations of our exhibitors, including domestic investors, foreign investors, bilateral trade agencies, multinationals, conglomerates, and insurance associations like NCRIB. We task the management of NCRIB to please support the capacity building initiatives of insurance towards professionalism and international best practice. I confirm to you that this trade fair platform offers great mileage for your council's awareness campaigns. The Lagos Chamber has consistently hosted the LITF for the past 36 years, and over these years, the trade fair has become the biggest and the best fair in West and Central Africa. This is a testimony of the Chamber's commitment to trade promotion, bilateral trade relations, and the advancement of the Nigerian economy. In response to the yearnings of the business world and consumers, this year's fair is enhanced with discounted prices by exhibitors. The African Special Day, which is tomorrow. This day will bring a lot of Africans who are here together. This special day is good for our visitors to come in, do B2B sessions, and foreign exhibitors breakfast events. These are all meant to bring together captains of industry, the diplomatic community, government officials, and regulatory agencies to promote trade between Nigeria and the rest of the world. On a closing note, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you all very warmly to the Ncrib Special Day at the ongoing Lagos International Trade Fair. Much.
Thank you, sir. Please let's give another round of applause to the President, the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Also a past president of the Nigerian Council of Registered Insurance Brokers. May I now, at this point in time, invite the President and Chairman of the Governing Board of the Nigerian Council for Registered Insurance Brokers, Gregorian, Mr. Rotimi Edu. Is it too early in the day? Please put your hands together for Mr. Rotimi Edu.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let me start by saying good morning to my revered past president, who also is the president of the Lagos Chambers of Commerce and Industry. We call him our living legend, and you will agree with me that Dr. Olawale Cole is really and truly a legend when it comes to business, when it comes to relationship. Thank you. I also say good morning to members of his board who are here present. I recognize the presence of my past president again, the Amazon. We call her the Amazon. She's the first woman president in the polity of insurance, most especially the insurance broking fraternity. And that is in person of Chief Mrs. Laide Oshijo. Let's give her a round. To my management members and members of the council present here this morning, I also say good morning to each and every one of you. And to our various guests, members of the public and the press, thank you all for coming. Let me say that this has been a joy for me since the inception, when we started showcasing ourselves last year. And the theme of this year, particularly the theme connecting business and creating values, is really apt for us as an industry, because everything about insurance is about connecting people and also creating values. And not only that, we also create security for the people. Insurance in Nigeria is still on the low ebb, but with the connection we had with the trade fair last year, we were able to see some development, most especially in our international business. And that was despite the fact that last year, which immediately after the COVID, was a little bit of downturn in attendance and participation. But I'm very, very happy to note that this year, the planning has been very, very excellent. And that shows our leadership, the leadership of the LCCI. I came here over the weekend. I saw that quite a lot of exhibitors have moved in. On Monday, everything started moving as if the fair has started about 2 or 3 days before then, which was unusual. Before, Monday construction and so many things are still going on. But we can see that by now, probably all the exhibitors are fully on ground. NCRIB is out to build capacity because insurance stands as one of the most veritable financial inclusion in the financial system of the country. We are moving. We are going to become the senior cousins of bankers, not the junior. We are going to change the trend. And to change that trend, we need the people. We need the people to understand that insurance is a necessity. It's a necessity for everybody. It's not only when you're a business person, you also need it as an individual to protect your assets, to also create value and create investment through life insurance for your family and beneficiaries. And when I'm saying this, there is none of us here that is seated that doesn't have one thing or the other to keep or to cherish. And if you lose those things, it's also a problem. Let me quickly pause and welcome one of my past presidents, Chief Shoderu. You're welcome, sir. So if you know you value these assets and you have to keep them, then it behooves that the best security you can have is insurance. Gone are those days where you say God is in control. Yes, God is in control. But he has given you what he's going to use for you to control your losses. What he's going to use for you to control whatever calamity may befall at any point in time. So I think it is very important that we understand the concept of insurance as that arrangement that will take you back to where you were immediately before you experienced a loss. All over the world, insurance is taken as the first thing in most engagements with financial commitments. You can't buy a car, you can't buy a house, you can't do your business without insurance. And so we must cultivate that idea. Again, like I said, for those of us who are business people, it protects our assets, it protects our investment. So many people have lost money in their businesses because they fail to recognize the value of insurance. And when you don't, when there is a loss, whatever savings, whatever profits you might have made, you discover you have to plow it back to rejig your business. And sometimes it can never be enough. But with insurance, it will bring you just to the level at which you are before you experience the loss. So in our efforts this year, showcasing ourselves at the trade fair is also a measure for us to be able to deepen insurance, to be able to create awareness to the general public. We have a stand which is now bigger than the one we had before. And we also have a lot of underwriters with us at the stand trying to sell their various products. And I can say that we will be experiencing even bigger participation in the coming years. I can promise that. I've seen it because after we closed our registration, some people were still coming and we had to tell them that, well, because of planning, because we are not the one planning for the SCCI. SCCI had done its plan well ahead and we just fitted in. So for us to now go and say we need additional hall or we want this, we want that, may be a little bit difficult. But I can assure you that next year, this has been an eye-opener for those type of people. Again, it's an opportunity for us because what the trade fair tries to do is to show the world new concepts, new ideas, new investments, and new products. And that's why exhibitors are here. As they are doing that, it also demands of us as insurers to introduce and try and arrange new products. We have seen some of the exhibitors, we have exchanged, in the last 2 days, we have exchanged ideas, and we have tried to come up with insurance products for some of them. Some people think that their products can never be insured. But let me tell you that only few things can be insured, one of which is suicide. Anything you commit deliberately or you stealing your own belongings. But for every other thing, I think there's always an insurance. Recently, new products like kidnap and ransom are also in the market. And we are going to evolve with whatever we see here. We are going to ensure that we also bring out new products that will be beneficial to the members of the public from our engagement at this international trade fair. I will not want to take too much of our time today because insurance itself is seated here with us. I say it's seated here with us because we all know that for the trade fair to be attended by international exhibitors, for the trade fair to bring up this huge investment, that means they understand the value of insurance. And I must thank the management, the president and the management of the trade fair for giving us this window to express ourselves to you. If everybody in the fair were to come and speak on a special day like this, I don't think we will be able to contain all of them. But for giving insurance this window, it shows that the Lagos Chambers of Commerce and Industry is ready to help us propagate and to help us create awareness about insurance to the general public. And we thank you so much for this, our dear President. And we believe that our stay here in the next couple of days will be a means of creating awareness and deepening insurance to both international and local exhibitors. I thank you all for listening. God bless you.
Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Rotimi Edu, MNI FCIB, President and Chairman of the Governing Board of the Nigerian Council of Registered Insurance Brokers. We'll be going on to invite the Executive Secretary, CEO, but before that, I must recognize Mr. Tunde Ogutade, who is the Deputy President of the Nigerian Council of Registered Insurance Brokers. As I said, we are pressed for time. The Executive Secretary will be making some announcements. Then after that, the President, SCCI, will make a presentation on behalf of the Chamber.
Thank you very much. Mr. President of the LCCI, our own Asiwaju Dr. Michael Olale-Cole, the President of our Council, Mr. Rotimi Edu MNI, distinguished Deputy President of our Council, Vice President of our Council, our revered past presidents, very top management and leadership office holders of the LCCI. Our honor and privilege it is to be here again this year. You will recall that the synergy between the NCRIB and the LCCI actually debuted last year, and it was facilitated by no other person than the president of the LCCI, who also is one of the titans of insurance practice in the Federation of Nigeria. He actually saw the value that is embedded in insurance as a risk management device, which is a necessity for everybody, regardless of your station, regardless of your status, and regardless of whatsoever you are doing by virtue of your occupation or avocation. And this year, I can say that we have better patronage by many of our members. News have gone to town about this very great event. As we speak today, it is not hidden to 500 corporate members of our council that we are here, and they are also itching to log in into this advantage. I assure that by next year, by the special grace of God, it will be very difficult for this all to contain all of us. Maybe we have to make an extension. Be that as it may, it is my privilege to say that insurance broking or an insurance broker is actually that very great companion that you need to have if you must maximize the value of your insurance. And without taking wind of the sail of Mr. President's presentation, research has shown that many people who complain that insurance don't pay, many of them actually committed one very big error in the process of contracting their insurance. And that is the fact that they omitted the broker. The insurance broker is the professional intermediary between the client as well as the company. They are like your policeman. They are also like your lawyer. However articulate you are, however argumentative you are, when you have a case in the law court, it is just expedient that you engage a lawyer. And this is what the insurance broker does for you. It takes care of you right from the point of you contracting an insurance engagement to the point of when a claim occurs and you just go to sleep. And what you need to do is to contact your insurance brokers who take away your headache. So don't go away from this all with a mindset of insurance don't pay. Insurance pays, but it pays more when you engage. Everybody, can you chorus it? A registered insurance broker. So on this note, I would like to appreciate all our major sponsors. Mr. Ben Ojuatono of Universal Insurance PLC. Mr. Ojuatono ought to be here. He said about 5 minutes from now, but because of the constraint of time, it's just a pity that he's not here now, so I would have to run over his name. But he sits atop a company that is very dynamic. Universal Insurance PLC is one of those companies that when you give your business to, you can go to sleep. I equally have the Enterprise Life Insurance, a wholly life company under the leadership of the CEO, Mrs. Fumi Omo. Mrs. Fumi Omo is also one of the very dynamic insurance practitioners we have in the market. And Enterprise Life, I can assure you, is one very strong brand that is in insurance market today that our council wants to commend to everybody that is here. May I also note that we have other companies that believe in us because in this world you have two sets of people. You have those who want to be part of the avant-gardes. They want to be part of the vanguards. And you also have those who want you to go ahead and see how far you will go. But these are some of the avant-garde companies that we have. African Alliance Insurance PLC, a round of applause for them. Here's Insurance PLC, a round of applause. Great Nigeria Insurance PLC, a round of applause. Capital Express Insurance PLC, a round of applause. Mensura, a round of applause. Prudential Zenith Insurance PLC, a round of applause. Sovereign Trust Insurance PLC, a round of applause. We have some of our more board members who didn't take it for granted for just being board members. They also supported this very great initiative. I have Mr. Sunday Malomo of Blue Waters Insurance Brokers, great companies. I have Abimbola Onakomaya, MD of Big Trust Insurance Brokers, a big applause. I have Mr. Jide Dagoduro, MBC Insurance Brokers, a very, very big applause. And of course, Mr. Ayo Akande is here for Skip. A round of applause for Skip. On this note, I want to appreciate everybody. Thank you very much. Whatsoever is worth insuring, is worth having, is worth insuring. And whatsoever insurance contracts that you want to engage, please don't make the mistake of going it without engaging a registered insurance brokers. Thank you, and God bless you. Well, Mr. Ben, please come here just for 3 minutes. Okay, please, can we give him a round of applause? It won't be nice for him, having weathered the very chaotic traffic, to be here and just allow him to be there. I think it's out of courtesy. Mr. Ben, you're welcome. How was the road today? Very bad, you know. Thank God you are here.
The president of past presidents, captain of the industries here present, good morning. I sincerely apologize for being late. I've been running around the Third Mainland Bridge. It was blocked. I had to take through Adekunle and all the rest of them. Those of us that are on the mainland. So sorry about that. I just wanted to say that Universal Insurance PLC, we are very pleased to be part of this program. There is no better way to showcase insurance and the benefits of insurance than this. And the NCRIB has been doing a very wonderful work in projecting insurance and deepening the insurance in Nigeria. I want to say that we in Universal Insurance will continue to partner with NCRIB to ensure that this is done. So I want to congratulate everyone that is here and look forward for a better relationship and believe that this will also increase insurance patronage in Nigeria, especially for businesses that are participating in this trade fair. It's very important that insurance become something that will be on your top list or what to be considered in taking your business decisions, considering the situation in the economy today. So I also want to appeal, if you've not gotten any insurance product or services, you have insurance brokers here, talk to them, and they will talk to us in Universal Insurance. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for keeping it very brief. Abalo, you're welcome, sir. We acknowledge you, sir. At this point, let me invite the President, Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, to make a presentation to the Nigerian Council of Registered Insurance Brokers on behalf of the Chamber. Please, let's put our hands together for them as they come. He's coming in company with the members of the Trade Promotion Board. Yes, let's share.
On behalf of the Council and the entire membership of SCCI, it is to me a pleasure and a great privilege to hand over this catalog to my friend and brother, the current Ncrib president. This catalog contains the list of companies that are here at this year's trade fair. So with this, you have access to all of them. You can contact them. You can do business with them. So that's the idea behind giving this to you. And at the end of this fair, we'll be giving you a certificate that you are part of those that took part in special days like this. It's not for everybody, but for those that have special days. And Ncrib has done this second time. And I'm sure, as we've said, years coming after this, we'll have a bigger. It's very clear, if it's bigger than this, where will they be? So we might need to extend this hall to accommodate Ncrib coming next year.
Sorry, please, I think I just need to invite MD Investor Insurance to join them for the group photograph, please. Thank you very much. Next, the microphone goes to the chairman of the Trade Promotion Board, Engineer Lekupoli. As he comes to the microphone, let me also quickly acknowledge members of the board who are here. Mr. Victoria Onofoko Badino, Prince Adefadino, and the treasurer, Mrs. Olajimo Kafashanu, as well as Engineer Bashir Adewale. Please put your hands together for them. They are men and women that have worked tirelessly day and night to ensure that we have a seamless delivery of the Lagos International Trade Fair. May I now invite the Deputy President of the Nigerian Council of Registered Insurance Brokers, Mr. Tunde Oguntade, FCIB, to move the vote of thanks.
Our past president,
and the sitting president of Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, the NCRIB president, Mr. Rotimi MNI, FCIB, past presidents, Otunba Laide Oshijo, FCIB, Mr. Ajayi Shoderu, FCIB, my tireless vice president, Mrs. Ekema Izube, Mr. Topada Amola, the chief scribe of the NCRIB. Of course, our sponsors, Bemi Juatonu, Fumi Omo, distinguished board members, council members, guests, and invitees. On behalf of the president of our council, the governing board, and the council, to God be the glory. This is the second edition, and it's gone very well. The tide is getting, we now, for last year's participant has not remained the same. And we thank those who have joined us this year. We know, God willing, in His mercies, next year shall be a better person. I want to thank LCCI for the platform that they've given us to further reach the unreached and to make everybody know that there is no risk that is uninsurable. The exceptions of yesterday have become the bias today, and everybody has one risk or the other to protect. Don't leave this trade fair without getting to our stand, and don't leave our stand without getting in contact with a broker that is nearest to you, who will be able to take your risk portfolio to a better level, so that the red lines could be arbitrated to read green. On behalf of the president, once again, and members, we want to thank you for joining us this morning. Wishing you the best of the day for the rest of the day, and hoping that you would have taken something like the executive secretary said. Please talk to a registered insurance broker. Don't take that risk without talking to us. Thank you for coming, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for coming. I know that my people from Abuja are very much around. Please, you are invited to the pavilion of the NCRIB so that you can meet the round writers, the brokers, and of course they will help you to talk to the insurance companies. On that note, shall we rise for the Nigerian national anthem? Thank you very much, God bless Nigeria. I forgot to mention that whatever happens here is streamed live on our social handles. And of course, there's also the video on demand on our YouTube page, Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry. You'll see the videos there on the page. Right now, we invite officials of the Federal Capital Territory Authority to please begin to set up the ruler banners and other